My name is Lauren Milam, and this is my grandfather. His name is Jim Milam. He was born in Mena, Arkansas in 1938. His family decided to move to Atoka, New Mexico, where he rode a bus to school every day in Artesia. This is where he met my grandmother, Nancy. She was born in Artesia, New Mexico in 1939, where she lived here up until her first few years of marriage. My grandmother and grandfather dated their senior year of high school and graduated in '57. My grandmother went to college, but my grandfather visited her frequently until they decided to become married in June 1958. This was the first major event which changed their lives. My grandmother says it was adjustment because they married young, so they had to finish growing up together. She also said they had to adjust to not living alone, where you don't always get your way. You have to really consider the other person before yourself and learn to get along. My grandmother said something profound. She said grandfather wouldn't argue with her, and that drove her crazy. So she stopped arguing altogether, and they both barely fought. What happened next was another big event in my grandparents' life. They decided to move from Artesia to Casa Grande, and this is where, soon afterwards, my father was born in 1963. His name is Jeff. This was a huge responsibility, my grandparents said. Having a child of their own is a little baby which you have to take care of, their health, their education, and their spiritual walk. My grandmother is reminded of the song, "Be careful, little eyes, what you see." When my grandmother said this, it reminded me of my chosen profession of being a teacher, and my responsibility as a role model for the little eyes in my classroom. My grandparents have shown me the importance of being a good influence on children in order for them to grow up right and godly, and I think there is no better lesson to be learned, especially as a future educator.